Hi, welcome to my video on solving by quadratic formula part 2. And in this video, I'm going to simplify the plus minus. And let's do some examples to show you what I mean. Again, I'm breaking the quadratic formula down into small parts so that you can, when you get to the quadratic formula, you'll follow through what you've done here. Simplify each. Some examples. 6 plus or minus 9 divided by 3. So we got two choices. We can divide the 6 into the 3, or 3 into the 6 and 3 into the 9. So I'm going to do it two ways. We can go 6 plus 9 over 3, or 6 minus 9 over 3. That gives me 15 over 3, or negative 3 over 3, which is 5, or negative 3. You could also go 6 over 3 plus or minus 9 over 3. Divide the 3 into both of these, and that will give you 2 plus or minus 3. So that's 2 plus 3, or 2 minus 3. Again, it'll give you 5, or negative 1. But notice when you divide by 3, 3 will divide into both of these numbers. You don't divide 3 into the 6 and not the 9. You have to divide the 6 and the 9 by 3. So if you add them first and subtract them, like I did here, then the numerator is simplified and the division is easy. So it's really your choice when you get to solving the quadratic formula to this stage, and you'll see what I mean when you get there. So again, you can go negative 7 plus 1 over 4, or negative 7 minus 1 divided by 4. So that's negative 6 over 4, which is negative 3 over 2, negative 8 over 4, which is negative 2. So your choice. So it makes no difference which way you go. But if you can add and subtract these two numbers, I recommend if you can add and subtract these two numbers, then go 1 plus 4 over 5, or 1 minus 4 over 5. So that's 5 over 5, which is 1, or negative 3 over 5. So you have 1 or negative 3 over 5 as your two answers. Again, if you can add or subtract these, this is the best way to go. But if you can't add or subtract them, then you can divide. You can't add or subtract negative 10 plus 4 root 3. So you can go negative 10 divided by 2 plus or minus 4 root 3 divided by 2. So that's a 5 plus or minus 2 root 3. So it's a 5 plus 2 root 3, or negative 5 minus 2 root 3. When you cannot add these or subtract them, then divide the 2 into both of these like I did here, and then simplify as you go. Can we add or subtract these? No. So I go 18 divided by 6 plus or minus 6 root 2 divided by 6. So that's 3 plus or minus root 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So that's 3 plus root 2, or 3 minus root 2. So notice there's two roots. And notice the root of 12. Well, let's simplify the root of 12 first, because we always should simplify the inside of a radical first. So 12 is 4 times 3. So the square root of 4 is 2 root 3. So I simplified the root of 12. Now, can I add and subtract these? No, because they're not like terms. So this is a negative 6 divided by 2 plus or minus 2 root 3 divided by 2. That's negative 3 plus or minus root 3. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. The 2's cancel, we'll get root 3. So the two answers, negative 3 plus root 3, or negative 3 minus root 3. And again in G, the root of 75, I see a 25 times 3. So that's 15 plus or minus. The root of 25 times 3 is 5 root 3 divided by 10. So you simplify the root of 75 first, because the inside of the radical has to be simplified. Now, can we add and subtract these? No, because they're not like terms. So 15 divided by 10 plus or minus 5 root 3 divided by 10. So 5 into 15 goes 3, 5 into 10 goes 2, plus or minus 5 into 5 goes once, and 5 into 10 goes 2. So that's a 1 understood by there, same as a half. So that's 3 over 2 plus root 3 over 2, or 3 over 2 minus root 3 over 2. And h, the root 7 can't be simplified, so we have a 3/4 plus or minus root 7 over 4. We cannot add or subtract these two, but they're not like terms. So divide 4 into both of them, and you can't simplify any of these, so that's 3/4 plus root 7 over 4, or negative 3/4 minus root 7 over 4. And you get the plus minus. Notice you're getting two answers. So that's simplification. You will need to know how to do that when we get to the quadratic formula. But again, I teach one step at a time, making it easier to understand when you get to the, so you see people teach the whole process all in one, but I try to teach it a little bit at a time. Here we go, simplify each. So write each of these down, and as you do, pause the video, work out the answer, and press play. And do that for each one to see if you're right. So here we go. Can we add these or subtract them? Yes. So negative 4 plus 8 over 2, or negative 4 minus 8 over 2. So that's 4 over 2, which is 2. Negative 12 divided by 2, which is negative 6. Can we add and subtract these? Yes. So that's 3 plus 5 over 4, or 3 minus 5 over 4. That's 8 over 4. That becomes 2. And that's a negative 2 over 4, which reduces to negative 1 over 2. So notice the plus minus gives you two answers. Can we add and subtract these? Yes. So that's a negative 10 plus 5 divided by 5, or negative 10 minus 5 divided by 5. So that gives you negative 5 divided by 5, which is negative 1. Negative 15 divided by 5, which is negative 3. So notice, because I can add and subtract these, I do it this way. But again, just to repeat, you could do it this way. You could go negative 10 divided by 5 plus or minus 5 divided by 5. That gives you negative 2 plus or minus 1. So that's negative 2 plus 1, or negative 2 minus 1. So that gives you negative 1 or negative 3. So do you want to go this way? If you can add and subtract these two numbers, then I go this way. But it's your choice. Can we add and subtract 6 and 9 root 5? No. So I go 6 divided by 3 plus or 9 root 5 divided by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2, plus or minus. 9 divided by 3 is 3 root 5. So that's 2 plus 3 root 5, or 2 minus 3 root 5. Can we add and subtract these? No. So it's a negative 8 divided by 7, plus or minus the root of 11 divided by 7. So we can't simplify either one of these. So negative 8 over 7 plus root 11 over 7, or negative 8 over 7 minus root 11 over 7. And number 6, 12 plus or minus root 4. The root of 4 can be simplified, so that's 12 plus or minus 2 over 2. Can we add and subtract? Yes, so this is 12 plus 2 over 2, or 12 minus 2 over 2. 14 divided by 2, 7. 10 divided by 2, 5. So notice, you always simplify the root. Notice the root 5 cannot simplify because it's only a 5 times 1. Root 11 can't simplify because it's 11 times 1. But the root of 4 can be simplified to a 2. Then we can add and subtract. Notice the root 12. In root 12, I see a 4 times 3. So that's, the root of 4 is 2, root 3. Remember, there's a whole unit done on radicals, a whole unit, many videos done on simplifying radicals and how to simplify root 12, etc. If you look it up and work your way through, you will need it as math goes on. Can we add and subtract these? No. So we go negative 7 over 3 plus or minus 2 root 3 over 3. And can we simplify these fractions? No. We cannot divide root 3 by 3. So this is negative 7 over 3 plus 2 root 3 over 3, or negative 7 over 3 minus 2 root 3 over 3. And negative 18 plus or minus root 45 over 6. The root of 45 is, I see, a 9 times the 5. The perfect square factor of 45 is 9. So negative 18, the root of 45, square root of 9 is 3. You can't do the square root of 5. So this cannot be added or subtracted, so it's a negative 18 over 6 plus or minus 3 root 5 over 6. That gives me negative 3 plus or minus. And notice you can go 1/2 root 5, or you can go root 5 over 2. So it's a negative 3 plus 1/2 root 5. Or you can go negative 3 minus 1/2 root 5. Again, this could also be negative 3 plus or minus root 5 over 2. You can leave it as root 5 over 2, or you can write it 1/2 root 5. Same. Root 5 over 2 and 1/2 root 5 are the same. So, again, you would need this skill when you get to quadratic formulas. I hope you enjoyed my video. It was a short video on simplifying. And if you like my video, click the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell, because there are more videos coming. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. And that's the content that I'll have on my YouTube channel, Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.